When Shan was born, it wasn't obvious that anything was wrong. She was slightly premature and slightly underweight, but nothing like noticeable. But then she wasn't hitting her milestones. It was definitely like a shift in perspective for like what the future was going to be. Like early on, we're like, okay, well, we're gonna have this kid. She's gonna grow up. She's gonna have her own kids. She's gonna be professional. She's gonna go to college. She's gonna do all the things that kids do, and we're gonna have other kids after that. And not only did we get the diagnosis that she wasn't gonna be okay and that she was gonna be a lifelong person who needed to be taken care of, but also that we weren't going to be able to have any other kids after that, and that was really kind of devastating. We did all the genetic tests, and like they had no way of identifying what was actually wrong. So they gave her the sort of generic diagnosis of multiple moderate disabilities, her gross motor skills, fine motor skills. 4 years ago, she also got the autism diagnosis.
They said that they have markers and signs of him possibly having Down syndrome.
I could kind of tell when Chad came in the recovery room that something was up. And when he had told me that, my initial reaction was, I was scared. And I just felt more heartbroken for what CJ would have to endure possibly, medically. And I didn't want my child to have to do those things.
Everything looked completely normal, but when he was born, we did notice he had extra digits on his fingers. He didn't change at all from the 6-month period to the 9-month period. So we wind up doing an MRI right before he turned 1. That was traumatizing for me. He actually has a super rare condition called schizencephaly, and it's like 1 in 65,000, along with lesencephaly pachygyria. And it's just where the cells didn't grow in the brain.
When Tyson was first born, she was a stay-at-home mom. With all the needs that Tyson has, I don't know if she could go to work.
Then early on, we had some people in our family who could help watch her, like when she was really little, but they've all gotten like elderly now. And so like we really don't have anybody around there, and it's really hard to find a babysitter who's like willing to work with a kid with disabilities because the challenge is so great.
It was very normal for her to throw tantrums anytime she had to have human contact with anyone. The weekends were always this like, okay, here we go, no support, okay, full day of being a parent and being engaged, and then no break for us, and then we go back to work.
He was going to regular daycares, but he needed a little bit more. And his drive has always been there. He just really needed the additional tools to help him apply those.
He is so more likely to fall and hit his head. He is so much more likely to just trip. You put him in a normal toddler room, everybody else is running around. He's getting trampled on. He's getting missed because he's sitting on the floor and can't keep up. So then it's just, I felt like discouraging and not allowing him to fully have the care and ability to succeed in life.
When he came home on oxygen. And so there was a lot of care required. And even though Chad and I felt like we could be super parents and do it all, eventually we kind of were like, this is hard. We can't do this all by ourselves.
So, I mean, you don't know what you don't know until someone, had the compassion to reach out to us.
There was really only one place we trusted to bring CJ, and that was respite care.
So Shan came here when she was a rock, like when she was in elementary school, 4th grade, and she's now moved on to the Boulder program. And in the Boulder program, she's with peer groups in late middle school and high school, where there's more teen-appropriate activities. So it's like, like there are video games and music and air hockey. It's hard to have friends, because she's special needs, like in the neighborhood or just like naturally occurring. So it's nice that there's a place where she can gather with people at her same like ability level. And it's really nice to have her have that community experience, like of being around other teenagers doing teenage stuff in a healthy environment here at Respite Care.
Being a Boulder, she is treated more like a teenager, and there are expectations that she then has to kind of rise to, and that's really good for her development.
We're very active in athletics with our older sons, Jordan and Nate.
As much as CJ loves those things, he doesn't love sitting there for 9 hours a day. And so respite for us gave us the opportunity to focus on our 2 other children. at their events and their athletic games that sometimes we weren't able to do because we're constantly caring for CJ.
CJ loves coming here, and that for us tells us everything we need to know.
You know, nobody can take care of their child as good as a mom can, but I feel very good when I drop CJ off here. I know he's gonna be loved. I know he's gonna be cared for. I know he's gonna have an amazing day every time he comes here. And I think peace of mind is what I have gained as a mom.
Respite is built for a kid in a walker. It is built for a kid in a wheelchair.
I know he's getting taken care of. I know he's also getting taught and, helping him progress.
It brings my heart so much joy because he's so happy here that he's getting nourished and he's just blooming like this beautiful flower. Without Respite, I don't think his personality would be as bright as it is.
It has completely changed child care.
When we heard that all these kids are being taken for a camping trip away from home for a week, that was amazing, knowing that all that work and all that care is going to go into taking these kids up there. And then of course the effect of her coming back, and saw that her self-care skills got better, as well as her verbal skills, because the expectation was higher of, hey, we're all out here adjusting to a more difficult situation. And that's really great, and it's really developing.
All kinds of activities and hiking and climbing up rocks, and it's definitely been a story of her coming out of her shell. And it's now, because she's had so much support and been around so many people, she can actually talk about her day and have conversations and socialize and actually be a part of the community, and that's been very positive.
He loves the music, he loves the yoga, he loves everyone that he comes into touch with every day. He just loves this place.
This is a place where he belongs. This is a place where he gains independence and socialization and has friends and feels comfortable and confident. This is just a place where he can be CJ.
Tyson's excelling so much here. It's so refreshing to know that he's getting what he needs at all times while we're doing what we can and have to do to provide for him.
There's this genuine engagement, genuine joy. I can see that it's very intentional to put in that energy and that emotional energy every day, every moment, and I'm extremely thankful for that. Affordable childcare for not special needs kids is through the roof. So to have affordable childcare with this level of quality, it's amazing. You can say that schools are very supportive, and that's wonderful, but Respite Care really stands out as kind of a jewel of the city of taking care of these kinds of children and really showing that commitment.